Welcome to Dutco McConnell Dowell. I'm Jeremy Coles, the Managing Director. Before you start work, we want to make sure that you know who we are, how we operate, and most importantly, what we expect from you. So today we'll be introducing to you the philosophy and values that shape our company. We will then introduce you to our safety philosophy and our 10 golden rules. You need to understand that we work in a very dangerous industry, and it is the responsibility of each and every one of us to ensure that we all go home at the end of every day without harm. Let's commence. Dutco McConnell Dowell is a world-class engineering, fabrication and construction company based here in the Middle East. We provide local construction expertise, which enables us to deliver technically challenging projects throughout the region. We consistently aim for excellence in all things we do, whilst ensuring everyone goes home safe without harm at the end of every day. Dutco McConnell Dowell is jointly owned by the McConnell Dowell Corporation in Australia and the Dutco Group based here in Dubai. Across our head office, fabrication and plant yard here in Dubai, we currently employ over 2,000 personnel within the GCC. We specialise in many forms of heavy construction, from mechanical and electrical, through pipelines and tunnelling, to civil and marine. These core competencies service a wide range of industries, from oil and gas, petrochemical, industrial and manufacturing, power and water, mining, public infrastructure and transport. We firmly believe that our people are at the core of our success, and you'll see and hear later that safety is at the heart of everything that we do. It's also essential that each and every individual understands our vision of where the company is heading and shares the common values upon which the company operates. In a competitively driven marketplace, our success depends upon offering our clients complete solutions to their problems. Here at Dutco McConnell Dowell, we want to be seen as dependable. Our clients must be able to depend on us to get their projects built. We are mindful of our clients' needs. We must ensure that we know what our client wants. We are diverse. Diversity in geographies across the region and diversity in discipline and core competencies. We are motivated to achieve, and above all else, we are exceptional in what we do. This is how we differentiate ourselves from our competitors. We want every employee to help build this vision, no matter what you do, irrespective of your role in this company. Whether you're in head office or based on a job site, you can make a difference to how the company is seen and perceived. Now, it is one thing to know what we want, but how do we achieve this? Well, we believe that passion is critical to differentiating the way that we work and enabling us to achieve our goals. So let's now take a look at how you can make a difference.
P is for productivity.
We bid and win new projects based on productivities achieved on previous projects.
If we can improve on these productivities, then we become more competitive,
Which in the end will lead to a solid workload and a secure future for all employees.
If you do not know what your targets are, then ask.
A is for accountability.
Accountability guarantees fairness to all.
Every employee will be assigned tasks and targets and will be fairly assessed against these.
Accountability is about ensuring the hard workers are known to the management.
And those that do not pull their weight are dealt with accordingly.
Yes for safety.
Safety is the core value of our company, and we are totally committed to ensuring the health and safety of all persons who may be affected by our operations.
Our aim is simply that everyone goes home at the end of the day without harm.
S is also for solution.
We need to understand that there are a lot of problems that arise in our business, but we want to concentrate on the solutions.
We expect each of our employees to be solution focused and be an active part of solving the problems, rather than leaving this for other people.
I is for integrity.
The company places a high priority on ensuring honesty and fairness are at the forefront of all undertakings.
be it with clients, colleagues, workers, staff members, or any suppliers or subcontractors.
Dishonesty and theft are simply not tolerated by the company and should no way be tolerated by any staff member.
We must all act to ensure this is not part of our business. There is a confidential speak-up line that can be seen on posters throughout our operations.
And they should be used if people are aware of any corruption or dishonesty.
O is for on-time delivery.
This is not just about completion of our project on time.
Although this is critical to our success, we want to ensure that every employee understands the importance of doing what we say we are going to do.
Walk the talk. Meeting deadlines, no matter how small or important they are, is essential to our operations.
This builds credibility and trust.
As we all know, once trust is lost, it is difficult to regain.
And finally, N is for new opportunity.
We want our employees to understand that new opportunities will be given to those who have worked hard, lived our values, and shown initiative in their work.
This is about a company and its staff taking their opportunities and creating a successful future together.
If we can all focus on the above areas, then there is absolutely no reason why we will not meet all our targets and maintain profitable growth for the company.
Our business can be looked at in two simple parts, being winning work and executing work. The success of our company lies in getting both parts right, and we have recognised that the two are intertwined and one part cannot succeed without the other. A big part of our success in winning work will be in how well we can differentiate ourselves from our competitors and be seen as the contractor of choice in the eyes of our clients. So how can we do this? Simply, we must deliver on our promises to our clients to provide a quality service and product in a timely manner, safely. Each and every member of our team plays an important role to achieve this target. If we can do this on all our projects, the client will not only want to use us again, which results in repeat business, but they will also pass on their positive experience with us to other prospective clients. So each and every one of you on our projects has an important role to play in us achieving this high client customer satisfaction on our projects, and therefore becoming the contractor of choice in our chosen markets.
So now it is clear to everyone. The image and reputation of Dutco McConnell Dowell is critical to the company's success. It is our vision that this pride in the company is spread to every employee. To achieve this, it's critical to establish and maintain a team culture. We know from our employee survey this is important. We know our employees want to see cooperation, friendliness, and support for each other. We also want to reduce conflict and arguments. Favoritism and double standards have no place in our business. Commitment is very important to all of our people. This involves hard work, dedication, and a good ethic. We encourage a performance-focused culture. We will challenge laziness, poor performance, poor attendance, and any "this is not my job" attitudes. We know the most important thing our people need is job security and fair pay. We are committed to winning new work so we can provide jobs and job security as best as possible. We also aim to provide fair pay and working conditions that are competitive within the industries we work in. We expect our managers to lead the way in creating and maintaining the culture of teamwork, cooperation, commitment and performance. They are expected to encourage this across all areas of our business. We work very hard to improve internal communication systems and create an open and transparent culture. We will continually strive to build loyalty and honesty through open communication. Shortly, you will be asked to confirm you have understood the Company Code of Business Conduct. This code has been translated into many of the languages found within our workforce. You will be required to acknowledge your understanding of the code by signing a form. So let's take a look at some of the Code of Business Conduct issues. The law. We will not violate the law when conducting business for or on behalf of the company. Safety. Safety is our number one priority. It will never be compromised at any time. Bribery. The company will not tolerate bribery or any unethical payments to anyone. Being involved in bribery will result in disciplinary action. This includes collusion with competitors. Conflict of interest. Any possible conflict of interest will be avoided. Employees are expected to perform their duties conscientiously, honestly and in accordance with the best interests of the company. Intellectual property. By this we mean drawings, specifications and documents, and any other information. We must protect the intellectual property of the company, our clients and our subcontractors. Personal advantage. No employee may gain personal advantage from their position in the company. They may not undertake any outside business interest. They will not participate in any activity that is in conflict with the company's interests. Gifts. Employees will not accept gifts, hospitality or other favours from suppliers or potential suppliers which, in the view of their immediate line superior or colleagues, would be unwise, potentially sending the wrong message to subordinates and/or placing the recipient or the group under perceived obligation. Company property. Group funds, property and assets will be used only for legitimate business purposes. Strict internal controls and governance procedures of the highest standard will be enforced to discourage fraud and to safeguard the group. Let's look at some examples here. Company tools and equipment being taken for personal use. Using company resources to repair personal vehicles. Using funds for short-term personal investments. Company records. Personal and business information gained in the course of business dealings will be safeguarded and its privacy respected.
Equal employment. The group will uphold its employment equity policy, which requires that equal opportunity be offered to all employees. The individuality of each person, their right to freedom of association, and to absolute privacy in this regard will be respected. Harassment of any form, including sexual harassment, will be viewed in a very serious light and appropriate disciplinary action taken. Discrimination of any type, bullying and violence are unacceptable at Dutco McConnell Dowell. If you see or experience any of these, tell someone. Don't forget, one day it might be you who needs help. If you come forward, you will receive the full support of the company to solve any issues you bring to our attention. People. McConnell Dowell's people are unquestionably its most important asset. Through careful selection, ongoing development, performance-based management, and fair reward, every person in our group will be encouraged to realise their full potential. Exceptional commitment to the group's core values of integrity, quality, and entrepreneurship will be appropriately rewarded. Conservation. The group will promote policies and operating procedures that conserve resources and minimise the environmental impact of its business activities. It is the responsibility of each employee to save power and water. All machinery, lights and electrical installations will be switched off when not in use. Prior to leaving their workplace, each individual should ensure that all switches are switched off. It is expected that employees do not waste water, and whenever any leakage of water is found, act immediately to stop it. Trust. Finally, McConnell Dowell, its subsidiaries and officers will seek to build an atmosphere of openness and trust through regular, timely and courteous communication with all stakeholders. It is essential that all employees completely understand each and every one of the issues raised earlier in relation to the Code of Conduct, as deviation from this Code of Conduct will not be tolerated. In addition to the Code of Conduct, other key expectations are as follows.
Company property. All employees are expected to respect the company's ownership of all company equipment, supplies, books, records, accommodation and proprietary information. Attendance and punctuality. All employees are expected to be regular and punctual in attendance. This means being in the office, ready to work at their starting time each day. Absenteeism and tardiness places a burden on other employees and on the company. If you are unable to work owing to illness or an accident, you must notify your superior. This will allow the company to arrange for temporary coverage of your duties and to help other employees continue work in your absence. If you do not report your absence, then disciplinary action will be taken. If you become ill while at work or must leave the office for some other reason before the end of the workday, you must inform your superior of the situation, who will then inform the HR department. Tobacco products. The use of tobacco products is not permitted anywhere in the company's premises, except in authorised and designated locations. Substance abuse. The company is committed to providing a safe and productive workplace for its employees. Being under the influence of medically illegal drugs, alcohol, or substances of abuse on the company's property is prohibited. A construction site is a dangerous place at the best of times, but if you add drugs and alcohol to the mix, it's a potent cocktail.
Driving on the roads in the UAE is the biggest risk we all face, whether driving our car or being in a company bus. We must ensure that we all take care on the roads, and that includes keeping to the speed limits, not using mobile phones, keeping a safe distance between you and the vehicle in front of you, and ensuring we are using our indicators. We cannot control what other drivers do on the road, but we can control what we do to reduce this risk. Drive safe or don't drive.
The UAE is a Muslim country, and we ask you to respect the country's customs and culture during your stay with us. In particular, we ask that women should wear modest dress when in public places. We're all on the same side here, and our goals are the same: to see the company prosper. The more the company achieves, the more the employees should benefit. It's win-win all around, allowing the success to be ploughed back in, benefiting our employees with better conditions, facilities and a brighter future. However, if you have any further questions or want more details on any of this information, please read our Employees Handbook, or don't hesitate to contact your manager or the administration manager, who will be glad to help you. And finally, we feel that mutual respect between our employees is critical for the teamwork required to achieve our goals. Treat others as you would expect or want to be treated.
Our goal is the elimination of work-related injury and illness to our employees, subcontractors, client representatives and the general public, such that everyone goes home without harm every day. Our management personnel have key accountabilities, which include maintaining the highest HSE performance within the company, and we ensure our project management and supervisory personnel have the knowledge, the leadership and skills to achieve this goal. Our HSE position descriptions from project management and supervisory staff, from project managers to foremen, include clearly defined responsibilities and accountabilities for safety, leadership and hazard management. And your managers and supervisors are held accountable for the health and safety in the workplace. Construction sites can be hazardous work environments. Every year around the world, many workers die or are seriously hurt in worksite accidents. With adequate training, planning, work procedures and risk assessments, many of these accidents could have been prevented. Here at Dutco McConnell Dowell, we train our employees, plan our work, develop work procedures and conduct risk assessments on all our projects. We conduct project HSE inductions to ensure our project personnel are informed of the site rules prior to their commencement on site. We conduct toolbox meetings, hold pre-start talks, and have safety committee meetings. We perform inspections of our work sites and on our plant and equipment. But remember that training, planning, work procedures and risk assessments alone will not prevent all accidents. Human behaviour and attitudes play a major role in many worksite accidents, and we have the Health and Safety Improvement Program in place that focuses on personal attitudes, risk awareness and behaviours of our employees. Every member of our workforce has the right to stop work if they consider it unsafe. So if you have a concern, stop work and speak to your supervisor. He has a responsibility to address your concerns. We have an observation card system that allows you to report hazards such as unsafe conditions and unsafe behaviour. If you see something, say something. Don't walk by. Your intervention may prevent the death or injury of one of your workmates. Report such incidents to your immediate supervisor or your HSE advisor and complete an observation card. All worksite accidents and incidents, including near-miss incidents, must be reported on the appropriate reporting form. A near-miss is defined as an event where injury, illness could have occurred but did not, and also includes an event where plant damage or infrastructure damage occurred. A falling object, a spanner for example, is a near-miss. Whether it almost hits somebody is irrelevant, but by reporting the incident, you may prevent a serious accident occurring in the future.
HSE Golden Rules. Let's now take a look at the 10 Golden Rules, as mentioned by the HSE Manager, which is designed to keep you safe at work and always make sure you return home without harm at the end of every day. These rules are designed to protect you from serious consequences and must be followed by everyone at all times. Otherwise, disciplinary action will be taken. Number 1, for all work. Never start work without identifying the hazards and having controls in place so you can work safely. If you believe a task is unsafe, always stop work and discuss with your supervisor. This includes pre-start talks, JSEA reviewed and the controls are in place. Stand back and look at the work task. If in doubt, stop and ask your supervisor. Number 2, cranes and lifting. Never be under a suspended load. Plan your lift. This may require a detailed and approved lifting plan. Check that all personnel are qualified and all equipment is checked before any lifting operation takes place. Number 3, working at height. Never work at height without fall protection. Ensure fall protection equipment has been checked and tested by a qualified person and you are trained to use it. It must be securely anchored to an approved location. All scaffolding is to be erected and inspected by qualified personnel. Only an authorised scaffolder can make alterations to any scaffolding. Number 4, working near mobile plant. Keep clear of moving mobile plant. Always wear visible clothing that can be seen by the operator. Make sure you approach the operator from a direction from which you can be seen. Always assume that the operator cannot see you. Number 5, operating mobile plant. Always be aware of other plant and pedestrians when operating mobile plant. Never operate mobile plant unless certified to do so. Verify the equipment is safe to use by carrying out daily inspection. Be aware of all site regulations with regard to speed and designated roadways. Make sure you park in designated areas. Don't block emergency equipment and exits. And don't carry passengers or use radios and cell phones when operating the equipment. Number 6, driving vehicles. Always drive to the conditions. Always wear a seat belt. Do not use cell phones while driving. Obey all site rules with regard to access and speed limits. Number 7, working on energised equipment. Never work on energised equipment unless it is isolated and locked out. This may include a permit to work, lockout and tag out. Number 8. Working with electricity. Never use faulty or damaged electrical equipment. Number 9. Trenching. Never enter a trench unless the walls are properly supported. In the UAE, any excavation deeper than 1.2 metres must be benched or supported. Number 10. Working in confined space. Never enter a confined space unless you have appropriate training and equipment.
Well, that brings us to the end of this induction video. We hope you enjoyed this introduction to our company. To close, I want to impress upon you the importance of two key issues in regards to safety. Firstly, we are all responsible to ensure we go home safely at the end of every day. If you see something or somebody doing something dangerous or unsafe, say something. Fix it immediately. Don't walk by. If you do, you could be responsible for a serious injury or fatality. Do you want that hanging over your head? Secondly, you need to understand we need to do more than just follow the rules and procedures. We need to be aware of our surroundings and what is going on around us at all times. Conditions continuously change on a construction site, and you must be aware of these changes as they happen. It is simply your behaviour and attitude to safety that will make the difference. So, with that being said, good luck to all of you, and remember, home without harm, everyone, every day. Thank you.